Hey guys, okay, so you have to create a pitch. What is a pitch? What makes for a good pitch? We're going to talk about it in a sort of general sense. I'm going to highlight 4 characteristics here and just talk about each of them quickly, but give you a little bit of time to think about it. So, number 1, organization and content. So what is actually in your pitch? This is where your ideas matter. You want to have some things in your pitch that really kind of make people go, whoa, that's kind of cool, that's kind of interesting. And you want to structure your pitch in a way that thing is the sort of gem. So you have to decide when you want to kind of hit this idea, or maybe there's multiple gems in your piece, and it's just almost like a ring where you want to set the gems in the right place so they really shine. You want to think of that too. So you really want to imagine the story that you're telling, and remember, people resonate to stories, and where in the stories these really interesting parts are going to come, and then you want to fashion the argument so that they really stand out. When a person's done, when they've heard your pitch, and if you said what were the coolest ideas, they should be able to remember those ideas if you've structured it well and you have those out there. Okay, now there's the ideas, and then there's to some extent you. We're going to call this one your research subject knowledge, your resources. So what do you use to back up the notion that these ideas you have out there are good ideas? It's one thing to say, I think this will work. It's something else to say, here's the reasons to think this will work. Here is the research that we've done, or the research that exists. Here's my subject area knowledge to make you convinced that I know what I'm talking about. So really imagine those 2 things when you're making a pitch. There's the idea, and the person has to like the ideas, but then they also have to trust this person who says they're going to bring the idea to life. So with every pitch, you're pitching an idea, and you're also pitching yourself. And what people sometimes boil that self down to is the word trust. Will this person trust you to bring your idea to life? And so you want to show them that you have the knowledge, the experience, and that there's good reasons to believe that the things you say are good. Okay, so let's call that, again, research, subject knowledge, and resources. The next one is your visual aids. As you're presenting this, and you're going to be able to use any style you want for this activity, but whatever you're doing, if it's a video, if it's a slideshow, if it's whatever, you need some visual aids to really highlight the most important points. You would like those points to be said both through your words, but also through an image, so that they're maximally memorable. So think a lot about your visual aids. They will represent you. So if you have busy slides with a bunch of stuff on it all the time and it's hard to kind of get through, that says something different about you than if you have very clean, organized, structured slides. Which one do you think a person would prefer from a pitch? I'll let you think about that. And then the final piece, although we kind of sometimes consider this twice as important as the other. So if we're putting weights on this, we'd say 20% for the content, 20% for your subject knowledge, 20% for your visual aids, and then 40% for your delivery, your actual communication of the idea to the person. And just as one example, let's look at the difference between someone who just reads a pitch and someone who says it because they mean it, because it's them, it comes from deep within them. That second person conveys a lot more trust again, and it really suggests they have a passion for this that will help them through the tough times of bringing their idea to life. So yes, you want to trust the person. You want to trust not only their expertise, but you want to trust their passion. They are going to follow through on this idea. And so your delivery is very important for that. Okay, so organization and content, your subject knowledge, the visual aids you use, and your delivery. Those are the 4 characteristics that I want you to think about while you're creating this pitch. Those are also the 4 we will be constantly assessing as we go through this peerScholar activity. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.